Ever looked at a Komodo dragon and thought, wow, what a life? The king of its island, a real-life dragon. Well, hold that thought. Because while they look like they've just stepped out of a fantasy epic, the reality of being a Komodo dragon is less of a fairy tale and more of a brutal survival story. Today, we're diving deep into the Komodo Islands to uncover why it seriously sucks to be born as the world's largest lizard. Forget the glory. This is the grit. Let's start from the very beginning: birth. Or rather, hatching. A mother Komodo dragon goes to incredible lengths to protect her eggs. She might dig a massive decoy nest to fool predators while laying her real clutch of about 20 eggs in another, more secure location. She'd guard them fiercely for months. But here's the first twist. The moment those babies hatch, mom's gone. Poof. No maternal care, no gentle guidance into the world. Worse than that, she might even see her own offspring as a potential snack. Yeah, you heard that right. The first and biggest threat to a baby Komodo dragon is often other Komodo dragons, including its own mother. So you've just hatched. You're tiny, vulnerable, and everything wants to eat you, including your relatives. What do? You run for your life and climb. The first few years of a young Komodo's life are spent living in trees, a period known as the arboreal phase. They scurry up branches, hiding from the cannibalistic adults patrolling the ground below. Life in the canopy is a constant game of hide-and-seek where the price of losing is becoming someone's lunch. It's a terrifying, lonely start to life, far from the image of the dominant predator we all have in mind. Imagine spending years living in fear of your own kind. Finally, after growing to about 4 feet long, you're too heavy for the trees. You're forced to descend to the ground and face the world head-on. You'd think things would get easier, right? Wrong. Now you're entering the big leagues, a world dominated by territorial, aggressive, and much larger adults. The competition for food is intense. Komodo dragons are apex predators, but they aren't picky eaters. They'll eat anything from insects and birds to large water buffalo and deer. Finding a meal is a brutal business. Komodo dragons are ambush predators. They use their incredible patience, lying in wait for hours, sometimes days, along game trails, waiting for an unsuspecting deer or pig to wander by. Their camouflage helps them blend in perfectly. When the moment is right, they launch a surprise attack, using their powerful legs to charge, and their serrated shark-like teeth to inflict a devastating bite. But the real weapon isn't just the bite itself. It's the venom. For a long time, scientists thought it was the bacteria in their saliva that did the dirty work, but now we know they have venom glands. This venom is a complex cocktail that causes a rapid drop in blood pressure, shock, and prevents blood from clotting. So the dragon delivers a bite and the prey might bolt. But the clock is ticking for that animal. The dragon just has to follow it, using its phenomenal sense of smell to track the wounded creature for miles. They can smell blood from over 5 miles away. Eventually, the prey succumbs to blood loss and shock, and the dragon can finally eat. It sounds efficient, but it's a high-risk, high-reward strategy. A kick from a deer or a gore from a wild boar can cause fatal injuries. Many dragons bear the scars of hunts gone wrong. Every meal is a potential life or death battle. And when a dragon does successfully take down a large animal, it's not a private dinner party. The smell of the kill attracts every Komodo dragon in the vicinity. This leads to chaotic and violent feeding frenzies. The social hierarchy is brutally enforced. The largest dragons eat first, gorging themselves and swallowing huge chunks of meat, bones and all. Smaller dragons have to wait on the sidelines, trying to sneak in a bite without getting attacked by their bigger rivals. They often get bullied, bitten, and chased away. It's a free-for-all where might makes right, and the smallest and weakest often go hungry. They can eat up to 80% of their body weight in a single sitting, but these massive meals might have to last them for a month or more, as successful hunts are not a daily occurrence. Life is a constant struggle, but what about love? Well, Komodo dragon romance is anything but romantic. When it's mating season, males have to fight fiercely for the right to mate with females. These battles are epic, brutal wrestling matches. The males rear up on their hind legs, grappling with each other, using their claws and teeth in a violent struggle for dominance. The loser slinks away, often with serious injuries. The winner earns the right to approach a female, but even then, she might not be receptive and can be aggressive. It's a violent, exhausting, and dangerous process. And for the females, it gets even stranger. They have a remarkable ability called parthenogenesis, which means they can reproduce without a male. A female can lay a clutch of viable eggs that will hatch into male offspring, all on her own. While this is an amazing survival mechanism, especially for colonizing new islands, it's also a sign of just how tough their environment is. It is a biological last resort for when finding a suitable mate is just too difficult or dangerous. Even if a Komodo dragon survives the cannibalistic childhood, the brutal competition for food, and the violent mating rituals, its life is still filled with peril. They are constantly battling for territory, for status, and for their next meal. They suffer from injuries, diseases, and parasites. And as they get older, they slow down. It's a relentlessly cruel cycle of life. On top of all these natural hardships, Komodo dragons now face a threat they can't fight or bite. Us. Humans. Habitat loss is a major problem. As human settlements expand into their territory, the population of their natural prey, like the Timor deer, is also declining due to poaching, which means less food for the dragons. This forces them to venture closer to human villages, leading to conflict. And of course, climate change poses a long-term threat to their island homes. As a result of all these pressures, the Komodo dragon is listed as an endangered species. Their entire world, which is already a battlefield, is shrinking. So the next time you see a majestic Komodo dragon on your screen, remember what you've learned today. Behind that powerful prehistoric exterior is a creature whose life is a relentless struggle from the moment it hatches. A life of hiding from its own family, fighting for every scrap of food, and battling for the simple right to exist. It's a stark reminder that in nature, King of the Island isn't a title of luxury. It's a testament to surviving the impossible. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive into the harsh reality of the Komodo dragon's life. It really makes you appreciate your own, doesn't it? If you found this fascinating, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more explorations into the wild side of our planet. Let me know in the comments what animal you'd like me to cover next. Until then, stay curious.